In this video, I'm gonna teach you the best strategy that you need to utilize in real estate investing so you can get an infinite return. What's an infinite return? It's when you have no money, zero money of your own capital in a deal and you own the asset, you're making cash flow, you're making appreciation, and you're getting tax benefits. And this is called the BRRRR strategy. And I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna show you how I've used this strategy 5 times since 2021 to get an infinite return on small multifamily deals. I'm gonna teach it to you very simply so you can do the same. So the first B in this BRRRR strategy is buy. Okay, you gotta buy a deal to make a gain. I'll be honest, this is where most people get stuck. They don't actually buy a deal. They analyze and overanalyze and they get paralysis by analysis. So if you're even watching this and you have one deal, you bought a deal, comment below. I wanna congratulate you that you're a buyer, you're an action taker. But you gotta buy and you gotta buy it right. It's not necessarily the most important aspect of what you're paying today for the building, for the BRRRR strategy deal, because we're buying a value add deal. BRRRR strategy is just value add. It's forcing appreciation. It matters what can this deal be worth tomorrow. When you're looking at a value add deal, it's gonna be worth whatever it's worth today. Let's just say, for an example, it's gonna be worth $500,000. The seller, he's gonna try to sell this deal for $1 million. It's a value add deal. And in my experience, owning 258 units, I never pay what it's worth today, because if you just try to buy what it's worth today or you try to like lowball people, you're just never gonna make a deal. I try to buy it somewhere here. I mean, I try to buy as close to what it's worth as possible, but I care about what is this deal worth tomorrow? Or more importantly, when I run this BRRRR strategy, what is it gonna be worth at my exit? You're buying a failing business. You're buying a struggling asset. You're buying an undervalued asset. You might have to overpay a little bit just to do the deal, but my returns have always been greater on deals that I do overpay a little bit on versus deals I just don't do. You don't make any return on a deal you don't do. Okay, so that's number one. Now, number two is rehab. There's what's called a heavy rehab. A heavy rehab like my 16 unit, the risk to reward ratio is much higher. There's definitely more of a potential return when you are renovating all these units, but there's more risk. What I like is what I call the value add play. And this is what I teach to all my clients. This is what I want to teach you here. We're looking for high expenses and low income. We're looking for out-of-state owners. We're looking for long-time owners, people who have owned properties for 30 years, like my 56 unit I bought. They had owned it. It was two brothers. They had owned that deal for 30 years. The building was very well taken care of, but the rents were so below market. The expenses were higher than they needed to be because they didn't care, because they had owned it for so long. You're looking for that. You're looking for the strategic value add. I bought 2 8 units, so 16 units. I bought 12 units from an out-of-state owner. It's in Metro Detroit. He lived in Oregon. The expenses were so high because he had like 3 people running them. So we were able to come in, just lower expenses, fix up the units a little bit, do some very light upgrades, just use the cash flow, use that cash flow, reinvest into the property, and create a new NOI. All the appraiser cares about is what's your NOI, net operating income, with your income minus your expenses. That's it. You can make a property extremely more valuable just by cutting expenses. It's not just increasing income. It's not just redoing units. So think outside the box, think like a business owner. Rent it out. How are you gonna market your property? When you take over an asset that's a value add asset, expect like 60 to 70% of the people to move out. And this is why I teach you guys, go in good areas. Remember, you can fix countertops, you can fix cabinets, you can change paint, you can change damn near anything about a property, but you can't change the location. So if you're gonna buy a BRRRR strategy deal in a really bad location, where are your replacement tenants coming from? You only get in trouble in real estate when you don't follow your own lease. That's why management and operations is everything. It is part of the equation of you do wanna buy a deal that is below market rent. Cutting expenses is huge, improving the property is huge, but you don't really want to run a BRRRR strategy on a deal that is at market rent. That's more of a park my money play. We're talking about value add real estate here. Hey, before I go any further, what questions do you have about the BRRRR strategy? Put them below in the comment section. If this video is valuable, let me know, leave a comment below. I want to hear from you. I love the BRRRR strategy. I hope you do too, so leave some comments. Here comes the fun part, refinance. Get your money out of the deal. Now we are looking for a deal that has enough potential that we can get our money out. I bought a 7 unit for $660,000. $660,000. It appraised for $1 million. I was able to get all my money out. Bought 12 unit for, it's like 1 million. Then it appraised for like 1.25 million. Got all my money out. That 16 unit I was telling you about, I paid 1.41 million, totally random number. Appraised for 2.1 million. Got all my money out. So I've done a lot on smaller deals. We're working right now on that 56 unit I told you about. I paid just under 5 million for it. I was just looking at my NOI today. This building is worth at least 7.5 to 8 million. I'm gonna get all my money out. Two important things with this. You're looking for a building that has enough upside on it. If there's not enough substantial value add potential there, if there's not enough way that you can force appreciation, you gotta know what you're looking for. Not every deal qualifies as a BRRRR strategy. Not every value add deal that the broker is trying to market to you is gonna qualify this. So you need to know what to look for. This is why working with a mentor, working with someone who has done this is so valuable, because you got to find the right deal. Don't reward the seller for the work you're going to have to do. So refinance is a huge part of that. It's about finding the right deal, and very important, it's about working with the right lender that gives you the original loan on the deal. Is the lender who will do the refinance with you. You have to be able to sell them. In my experience, it's about 12 to 24 months to run a BRRRR strategy. They usually won't do it in less than 12 months. I don't go agency debt, Freddie or Fannie. I use local banks and credit unions, because Freddie and Fannie, or what's called government agency debt, ties your money up for 5 to 10 years. That's not good for the value add strategy. So picking the right lender. And final step is the last R. Let's put it in green, because you got your money out. Let's say like you did like my first deal, you bought 7 units. You paid $660,000 for it. That deal was probably worth only $500. And then a year later, it appraised for $1 million. So I only put $132,000 down to buy it. I got $250,000 wired to me in a year. It's an amazing feeling. Now, what do you do with that $250,000? Go take your significant other and go to a nice dinner. Enjoy yourself, celebrate success, but then take that money and repeat the process. So I didn't go take that $250,000 and buy a Lamborghini. I put that into that 16 unit that I just told you about there. Repeat the process, compounding wealth. This is the infinite return. So now you're literally just using OPM, baby. What's OPM? Other people's money to buy your properties, but you get the tax benefits, you get the cash flow, you get the asset, you get to keep the asset. My mentor taught me early on, the wealthy people learn how to use other people's money to buy assets, and they use their assets to pay for their lifestyle. So that is the BRRRR strategy. Let me know if you've made it this far in the video. Are you excited about the BRRRR strategy? If so, comment below. If this was helpful, comment below. The wisest and smartest person asks the most questions, so ask any questions below. If you were inspired by this, I have 3 things for you. Number 1, get my due diligence checklist. I show you exactly what I look for on a multifamily deal. Get my free masterclass. I talk about this in depth in an hour. I did a full live in-person training. And grab my book that sells for 19 bucks on Amazon, New Rules to Financial Freedom. Get that for free. If you need more one-on-one help, maybe you've been watching the videos, maybe you've been watching my content, reading my emails. Tony, this makes sense. I want to do this, but I need some help. I need some support on this journey that I can just ask direct questions to. Click the link in the description there. Fill out the application for my coaching program. I do work with some select individuals one-on-one if I feel like I can add a lot of value to you, or just shoot me a DM on Instagram with the word mentor, and we can talk more about you and your goals, see if I can add any value to you, and see if there's any way I can help you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, we'll talk soon. Thanks.